Well, is it going to focus in on that moon? Not really. What if I zoom? I don't think I can hold it still enough, but I try. Might focus. I can't hold it still enough. I'm going to brace it on the bike. Close. I try in the shadow again. I don't see it. How light on the sides. That's really something. The camera has a minimum, well, I think they call it f-stop. It's the point at which filming can actually occur. I don't know if that's the same on video. Okay. Well, if I had, let's try this night shot again so you can see this bench, brand new bench. It's still got some supports and see that. And there's the concrete, which is dry, so it should be safe to sit on. Yeah. A little damp and cold, but okay. Oh, look at that with the night shot. I can see all the way to that. I just poured the concrete down. Yeah, you can see that too. So that's what these buckets were. They mixed the bucket, and it's like bucket concrete. You put one bag in and water, and then you mix it, and then they dump it. And then they set the bucket there to... Gooses is waking up. Yeah, as I was pointing this way, that's east, and that's the sun coming up. Is what they call sunrise. I don't think we can see any of the stars, but it's probably just not dark enough anymore. Well, I'm in Morrain Hills State Park. I didn't know we had this state park in Illinois. And, well, by the name, we do have moraines here. Right there, the finger, and then the space in between them. And then the parts of the moraine are mounds. They're what was left at the bottom of a glacier here, at least a half mile thick. I've heard estimates that it was as much as a mile thick at this point. So it's early, not quite dawn. Looking for a spot to catch the sunrise. I started talking about Morrain Hills. Oops. Just such a beautiful park. It's set up with three one-way loops. Pedestrians walk either way, but bikes and cross-country ski peoples supposed to go one way. What's really awesome about that idea is they designed the trails so that your downhills are fun downhills and your uphills are manageable switchbacks and steady grades. Like here's an example. I go up this very nice and easy. Now all the trail signs indicate where you're at, where you got to go, even though, to be honest with you, when you're out here, they're all pretty big loops. So in general, if you're going to do a loop, I think it said on there 3.35, or as the loop I'm on, 3.35 miles, that is. All right. Something that's relatively new, in my opinion, to bike trails is the nice johns, the nicer outhouses right on the trail. And you can see this is pretty new. There's one also on the Des Plaines River Trail, and I can think of one, well actually two, on the Prairie Trail over there in McHenry that I ride. But that's, you know, otherwise you're out here and you got to do something, and you feel like the only option really is to do it out there in the weeds somewhere. Oh, cool, sand hills. Maybe we'll do it again. So, yeah, here I am by some wetlands, or at least by a picture of some wetlands. Kinda cool. I don't know. I'm gonna stay here long enough for somebody to read it. I suppose you can pause it. But here I am along River Road, and still in Moraine Hill State Park. Let's see. I think that might be some geese up there in the water. Some Canadians. Look like decoys. They're so still right now. Probably sleeping. Oh, saw a bird flying through. I'll pan through here. That's where the sun's going to come up. Looks like pretty soon. I've been waiting for it. Here you can see the two trails. The River Road Trail, which is a paved bike trail, and then the park trail is, parts are paved. Parts are paved. They made this part here special. I don't know why with paved, but we've got, as you can hear, the water going underneath us, flowing that way. I can tell that's lower. You could probably tell too. See, these two roads are about the same height, and that water on that side is below the edge quite a bit. And then over here, you could tell this is the high side anyway. There's the water flowing in. So here the water's almost at my feet, about a foot below it. And on the other side, I'm guessing the water's about 4 feet to 5, maybe even 6 feet below. And here you can also see how the trails split. So this is a convenient way to get onto the trails here. And so even though this park closes at night, there really is no restriction to getting in and out of this park. There's four accesses. They just ride right in pretty much any time, and there's no signs at these places that say, closed at sunset or anything. Oh, cool. You can see the sun on the trees. So that's a sign that it's getting pretty close. Let's set up and see if we can see it pop over. Since I made it this far, while I'm doing this, I'll read this. Wetlands are low-lying areas that support water-loving plants and are covered or saturated by water for at least part of the year. The basic categories of wetlands in Illinois are ponds, marshes, lakes, reservoirs, swamps, fens, bogs, rivers, and streams. Bogs, I know, are where we have a high acidic nature because there's no runoff. So the water tends to evaporate there and it gets saline, salty. Fens, I forget. I wish I knew. Let's see if it tells me. No, it's saying. Okay, wetland ecosystems are among the most diverse and productive ecosystems in the world. They're similar to rainforests and coral reefs in the number and diversity of species that they support. Many of Illinois' plants and animals depend on wetlands for their day-to-day survival. The river otter, the widow skimmer, Looks an awful lot like a dragonfly. The great blue heron. Green frog they list here. Oh, that sun's getting pretty close. Wetlands and water. Wetlands do more than provide homes for wildlife. They reduce the effect of both flood and drought conditions in a watershed by acting as sponges, storing and slowly releasing water from storms and snowmelt. Wetlands are also filters, capturing soil that is eroded off the land and thereby reducing sediment loads in waterways. Microorganisms living in wetland soils trap and break down chemicals, while wetland vegetation absorbs excess nutrients. The purifying effects of wetlands are so effective that some marshes are used as a final stage in sewage treatment. We have some of those around here. Wetland facts. 105 bird species are strongly associated with Illinois wetlands. That's a big number. 169 additional bird species use Illinois wetlands opportunistically. So that's a total of 274 species of birds use this. 37 of the 41 amphibian species in Illinois depend on wetlands at least part of the year. 47 of the 60 reptiles species found in Illinois use wetlands. In Illinois, approximately 42% of all native plant species are wetland species. And 46 of the 59 mammal species in Illinois use wetlands. 46 out of 59. That's pretty huge. 75%. Okay. You can tell by the glow that it is really almost sunrise. So they said it was 6:39. I don't have my phone with me. Hopefully I didn't leave that on the in the dark there on my favorite little trail there where we stopped at the beginning. I don't see how that's possible, but it is possible. I don't remember having the phone, so normally I only take stuff out if I'm going to use it. And if I don't use it, I'd leave it in the bag, and the bag's big enough to do that. Alright. Well, this definitely takes longer than I thought. Maybe I thought when I saw the light on the trees, well, I'm going to turn around real fast and show how, see the sun on the trees is all the way to the base now. Well, I suppose that light's going to gradually move. So on my last video, I was here with the moonlight. This was 2 mornings ago. This being Saturday morning, that was early Thursday morning. Like I was here maybe 1 o'clock a.m. and I think 1 truck went by. And now I've got this Saturday morning stuff. It's like, why so many people want to be awake here? But River Road's a very busy road. I think I was, oh yeah, that's right. In fact, I was riding River Road, the part south of here on that night. Well, it's really close. I see the brightness more. And I was talking how that road is normally really busy, and I was just had the whole road to myself. I wonder if I can, yeah, right around here I can edit in, do a picture-in-picture about that. Just put that piece of video in. There's not much to see, but I'm talking. Here comes some gooses all right over the top. Isn't that going to be nice? Oh, is it going to be right when the sun pops up? Oh my goodness. This piece is so cooperative, they're going to go right into the sun. It's in the camera. I can actually see a brightness that I can't see with my eyes. Yeah, I don't really know if this is worth it. a matter of fact, I may just turn around and go back after this. We have so much to do today. Yeah, Barb comes back from England today. And we were supposed to have a cloudy night, and it turned out it cleared up. I was ready to go in the evening, but a lot of noise up. Not a noise in the neighborhood, like people were up, and I was thinking, well, that's not where I want to go. And then I felt a little tired, so I laid down, and then woke up at 11:30 or something and went out, and yeah, the sky was all cloudy. So just went back to bed thinking, it's not really going to happen. But I checked before I did. I checked the weather, and it said it's going to clear up. So those same two geese coming out of the sun there. Oh no, those are different guys. Well, I can't tell. That looks like a different group. So I want to get back going here. I wonder when the sun's going to come up. 6:39. I would have thought we was past that by now. Maybe I could see it sooner. Oh yeah, we're by the hill there. I don't know if I'm filming that, but yeah, it's in the grass over there now. The sun. Oh, and here we have some right in the grass right here. You see that on the grass. So that means from this spot, well, that was a good idea to go this way. That made the sun go up. Just where I can see it. So that means if I turn around, I can watch it go back down, maybe? Is that it? It's up now, and that's all there is to it. It looks like I'm going to go back below it. That was nice. I did it. Got the sunrise. I thought I was going to be a smart guy and combine some road ride, and I was going to cut over to the bike trail, and this is what I found myself on. This maybe a deer trail, I don't know, but nice opportunity to show the sun and how it's coming up on the trees, and how the moon, I can almost get it in the same frame. So, got a dark tree in the foreground, some lit up trees in the background, and the moon, and the bike, and the non-path. Well, if you can see it, the blackbirds. Yeah, come on. Going over there. So a flock of blackbirds. That's a sure sign of fall. They don't see, look how they look like they're going around in a circle. That's just a natural. They are always going up and down, and then they just arrange themselves in their in their group, so it actually ends up looking like they're making a spiral. I don't know if you actually saw that. And here comes some more. They're below the tree line, so I don't know how that's coming out. Just trying to hold the camera still. A couple there above the tree line. And they just fly right over, right there. You can see that little spiraling. It looks like spiraling from outside. I don't know what it looks like from inside. I think they're just going up and down. They flap, they drop. They flap, they drop. There's some geese way back there. You probably can't see those. Alright, here we are back. I was actually thinking that was redwood, but it's cedar or redwood, really pretty bench. Well, this is what we couldn't see before. A dove. Of course, when I did this before, it was dark, moonlight. I was going full speed. There's no way I could have filmed and done the ride I did. It was so fast and fun. I needed gear. Yeah. So there, look, here's the trail there. Goes over there. And the sun. And then it looks like behind, isn't that awesome? They really did a great job on this one. Alright, here's a toughie. I decided to blaze a trail. And getting tired. But I wanted to whip out the camera and see if I can film this little goofy event here. Uh-oh. And there you go.